has a very, very strong sort of contingency plan. One does, and the other one doesn't really have it. Silas is good late, but it's not casted in. So SBTC sort of happy to play through the bot lane early, play through the Fiora in the mid game, and then leave it all to the Kassadin to clean up the mid game and clean up the late game. And I really like how this competition has rounded itself out. Though they will concede some priority to let Zuhao pick up his turrets. They might be doing a little cheeky if Eddie steps the wrong way.
They may well try something here. There's both teams just lurking around, ready to go at a moment's notice. They definitely have, they have seen each other. There's pings on Zuhao. I think those might just be guesses, though.
Possibly. I'm pretty sure the vision.
I don't think they can see.
I mean, they'll definitely see Eddie now.
Yeah.
And they're just...
Is there a flash stun? I don't think so. I don't think they can follow up on it.
Flash stun would be a bit much. Yeah, they were really just wanting him to walk too close to the bush. And now the poke wars begin. Annie with her silly auto attack range. We love to see it. That's why she was the support in the first place, way back when in Season 3. Just, she could auto attack from miles away. Remember when they nerfed that? Remember when they made her auto attack range small and she became unplayable? That was strange. Yeah,
that was bad.
It was really, it was really weird because it feels like this champion that shouldn't need that auto attack range, but you know, she kind of did. I felt like she really did.
Yeah, it was kind of just a big part of how she interacted in lane, was just those really long range auto attacks. I mean, I remember back in the day, she got played support because you could start with a Doran's Blade and just auto attack the other ADC. It's great.
Ah, yes. I'm waiting. When is my Spectral Sickle Annie coming to fruition? I mean, once we hit 13-4, perhaps one of them has the Spell Thieves had its mana nerfed, but the Spectral Sickle didn't. So who knows? Maybe. I'm very, very unlikely, but DMK spotted on the ward, just sort of putting the threat of God into Team Secret as he's going to spot Penguin, doing a bit of an invade there. Gold should be okay because guess what? DMK has that first strike, so anytime someone has a miserable experience getting sapling bombed in the jungle, he's going to get a little bit of dollars and be perfectly happy. That should accelerate him. I'm a little bit interested to see if he goes full. Hold on.
Oh, in they go. They're trying to do as much damage as they can onto Zuhao. Flash form from Slater as well. And once again, they lose the first blood in the exchange. Eddie moving forward. He's going to get 2. And the brawl in the river is kicking off. It's 2v3. If Eddie can activate his flank, and he can. Oh, no. It's all gone wrong. Team Secret kind of cleaning up here. Dia 1 will fall. Oh, it's a flurry of action, and it comes out to 4-1.
Y'all did not respect the Hamadonga damage. That was... And then the kerfuffle in the middle, in the river, and here we get this big flash stun, and the damage is all onto Zuhao, but you'll start fighting into the nest of the Heimerdinger, and so the damage is just still there even after he dies, and from here you're taking... Even if this is a 2v3, which it mostly isn't, it's mostly a 2v2, it doesn't matter, you've got a level 4 Kassadin, it doesn't do anything at this point, and poor Mr. Maokai is just kind of on his lonesome in reality here. And that's a huge start to Team Secret. They've put the Kassadin behind a little bit, they've put this bot lane behind a lot, and everything sort of starts to collapse, and I mean, it's still early, but there's still it's still a 1k gold lead straight off the bat, and 2 kills to a Varus is going to make this very difficult. If we can see what the advantage materialized as, that it's a Dirk, but I can't know if it's a Dirk or 2 longswords.
I don't think it would quite be a Dirk. That would be a lot. I think 2 longswords is a bit more likely, but you know how it is on the VCS. We don't look at the scoreboard for the first 10-15 minutes of the game. It's not relevant. Just look at the mechanics, right?
We're not allowed to know sort of what the advantage is. We just have to sort of judge by the vibes of how the lane's going, and the vibes is that Slater is not having a good time. Now Penguin making a little mosey in towards Deer. I'm playing on the right side, so can't quite push in. As I might disagree with the graphic. It's
thanks,
just,
producer. Okay.
just a little bit out of it. I'm not going to disagree with the graphic, but also it's still not the scoreboard, which is what I want.
Just makes me seem really narcissistic.
Just kind of there. All right. Yay, scoreboard! That's a duck and a tier. Good lord, that was a big win for the side of Team Secret. And a full Giants belt for Suhao. He's going to be getting to that roll really quickly. And as I said, those perma slows can absolutely just ruin Callista's day. It's the same way you don't want to play against an Ashe. It's basically just gonna play the same way.
Scrap on the top side. Hero using his ult to get that early level 6. And in the bot side, Zhuhao's dead.
Yep. Okay. We saw Maokai down here. We saw him come. We got to see a little bit of a scrap at the top lane, and it was all an elaborate observer bait because, yeah, DNK went in. He got a kill. That's a dead Suhao, so it's not that bad. Enpa absolutely taking a beating from this Renekton as is to be expected, and this could go bad. Who wants it?
Could do. I think they're just gonna wait. There's no wave though. I think they need to call this off.
Yeah. Hero on half health. Dominus not there either. Just gonna wait and let it vibe. But he's going to go mid instead. That's a good angle onto Dia. Riftwalk.
Yeah, that doesn't quite happen. Silas stealing Riftwalk as well is always funny. Not a great ult.
That's not a great ult either.
Oh dear. Under the tower, bit of a scrap. Just, this is an ugly game so far, Marby.
Yeah, that's so bad. That's so bad. I love the move from Suhao to just walk straight past Maokai and go, no. Back on the tower. Back you go. And yeah, that was very aggressive. And this is from earlier. Just stun into root. Very clean, very simple. But that follow-up tower dive just... you don't have the burst yet. I need to see what Paulette is skilling, because you can maybe go for that if you're skilling Q or W first, most likely Q, but realistically most support annies are skilling E, and that is not going to give you the damage you need to really pull off something like that, especially when you haven't really been able to get the damage onto your Callista quite yet. Still just a little bit shy of that, whatever it's called.
Oh, Dia1 in some trouble. Can't Riftwalk in time. And that's now his 4th kill for Eddie.
0-2-0. This roller being forever delayed more and more. Artifact just saying stuff the global meta. We're going straight into that glacial, whatever it's called. It doesn't matter anyway. Plus just too squishy. He just takes too much damage, and then Slater takes too much damage, and then DNK just walks away. Gets corralled. He gets corralled. I don't know why he walked.
Yeah. Walking back into the turrets was a decision.
I feel like he would have been fine. I'm pretty sure from memory there was no one else on the map, but yeah, he just says, okay, I understand, Mr. Suhao. Really just palms it over. And
Look, we've watched Arcane. We've seen how cute Heimerdinger is. I'd do what he tells me.
What power does he have? He's off the council. He has no authority in this system. Now Paulette's looking to stamp his.
Paulette moving up, has that Hex Flash to try and get a little bit of move speed. Doesn't work out though. Does get Hero's ult blown. And of course using his as well. But look what it's done to the bottom side. As Team Secret, they are not taking game 1 lying down.
No, they are absolutely putting their foot down. They even have a Rift Herald as well if they so desire to push that down. And Slater just has to sit back and watch. Don't get too cocky, my friend. Well, they will kill you, but just 2 plates given over to Eddie. They can turn this. They can make this dive easily.
Yeah, Slater in some trouble, but it's DNK and even more. The stun onto Penguin might stop the play for now. Slater flashing away. and a Fate's call to get Paulette to safety, but oh my word, SE are just getting dismantled.
When did Paulette get here? I mean, he didn't do anything, but when did he get here? He just wasn't there, and then I saw him.
Penguin.
Okay. He showed up, and yeah, it's all fine. This bot lane absolutely fallen apart, so now you sort of have to lean into your top side as an SBTC and try and make sure that they can get rolling, they can catch up into the mid lane, but just look at this damage. The SBTC has been not involved at all. The only one getting anything done, doing anything is Enpa, and I mean, that damage isn't actually real because he's just hitting a Renekton and they're just trading and sustaining, and yeah, Paulette just rocks up, puts a shield down, and then does a little bit of nothing.
Yep. Not the best display so far. Annie support not looking as good as Set. My stocks are rising. But so far, it looks like Team Secret have just completely shrugged off game one. They're now 6k gold ahead at 12 minutes. DR1 desperately wanting to scale on this Cassidy, but I just don't know how he's gonna ever have time.
Yeah, I definitely don't see it happening. We're basically playing the Caitlyn game right now, just moving from lane to lane and taking all the tower plates. Varus is going to get very fed. Pretty much the only real hope you have is the fact that it is a lethality Varus, and that does sort of become a little bit less important as time goes on.
Hero might be in trouble. Enpa bearing down on him. One more auto attack will do it. One more, and he gets him. The Solo Kill King.
Ghost triumphs once again over Flash. Well, in this situation, and Enpa is on the board trying to salvage something back and giving them a condition to play through, something to work with. Because if Enpa can run a side lane, that can get some gold back into the pockets of SBTC and let this Cassidy slowly get back into a position where he can end this game. But Hero's just being a little bit greedy with it and just
takes tower shots.
Just plays it badly. Doesn't time
pretty
the
much pure misplay. Yeah, not a good showing there.
On the Ruthless Predator and falls down.
So Hero now potentially could develop into a side lane threat, but is that enough to stem the bleeding? I don't know about that. As more structures have fallen in the mid lane, it's now a 7,000 gold lead. For Team Secret, they've got 2 dragons as well. We are on the Chem Tech Rift. And,
so good news for SBTC. Team Secret rolled really low, and
hang on a minute. Hero might go down. No! The counter gank is there in time. They save the Crocodile and take down the Fiora.
Yeah, Suhao just in the right spot. It would have been a solo kill if the man wasn't there. But the little twerp came with his turrets and put an end to it. And that kind of just, the glimmer of hope has sort of been snuffed out by a funny little man with a big header. It's not looking good. We don't want to see this for SBTC. And after the glowing praise we gave them the break, oopsie daisy, that might have just done the cursing. Yep.
Oh, in goes Paulette. Drops down Tibbers. Zhuhao taken pretty low, but teleports now call. Enpa arrives, but has to immediately leave. As Artifact reinforces as well. They do manage to save the tower.
Yeah, save the tower. They bait the teleport as well. And that gives Dia rather a little bit more time not to worry about the Silas in his face. He can just shove this wave freely and get closer to that level 11. Get closer to that level 16, which he desperately wants. The second Rift Herald is on the board, and Team Secret are in a great position to just jump on it instantly.
Yeah, this will just grow their lead even further, as Artifact hasn't had a huge impact, but the Silas is still able to just get stronger and stronger. Always nice.
He has the Rift Walk.
He does? I mean, like, the one thing about Riftwalk is you can steal it all the time. Like, the internal lockout on the Cassidy ult is about 15 seconds, so it's up all the time.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's a single Riftwalk, which kind of isn't the best. It has its uses.
It's interesting, because you say it's not the best, and I do agree with you. I said it earlier as well. But giving Silas an extra flash. It's not that bad.
Yeah, and I mean, while he can grab it, he's going to grab it while he's mostly just playing up against the Silas, playing up against the Kassadin. But, of course, when the fights actually start to arrive, he's gunning for that Maokai. He's coming for that not twisted chance, Nature's Grasp. I know what it's called. Anyway,
speaking of grasping, they are secured onto Hero. Over the wall, Enper goes. DNK following as well, using his flash. He'll get to the tower, but I don't know if he'll get much further. Oh, they're tanking up for him. DNK's going to die for this.
Yeah, that's not great. That's a 6-1 Varus you have to contend with now, and that's just... You could have just thrown a sapling, and that probably would have gotten the job done, or like also chased him instead of backing off into the jungle where you didn't actually have vision. Just anything. I don't know. It doesn't work, and then the Rift Herald gets dropped top lane, so that last bastion of defense, that pressure you can push out, kind of falls away, and now, with all those inners down, it should be total map control for the side of Secrets. And just in time for that Chemtech Drake to start spawning, and you can leave this. I just want to say you absolutely can leave this as for your team secret. You might want to grab the third one, as not too much to say here, just bunch of CC and then just run him down over the wall. You can grab the third one, and then from there you kind of just, I would say, leave the dragons alone. Don't take them. Make SBTC have to wait. Leave that Elder off the board, and just slowly get advantages elsewhere. Because you can buy up to 15 minutes before a soul is actually in play, in terms of that, and then just use that 15 minutes to win the game elsewhere. Is Artifact in trouble?
Yeah, it makes some sense. Artifact was in trouble, but he is able to get away, use that Everfrost as well. Just to buy himself some space. We'll retreat back to the tower.
Yeah, this tip is not quite finding its advantages, and we've seen a decent amount of... We've seen a little bit of Annie, but I have to say most of its success has been found in the mid lane. So, again, I want to see way more priority on it in the future, because like it has that flex potential. Its mid lane is super dominant as well, but its first showing as a support is looking pretty flaccid right now. It's just not really achieving anything.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how much the pick is really responsible for that, let's be totally honest. It's been Team Secret with some excellent plays so far to really break everything open.
Yeah, you sort of just run into the fact that Annie is entirely burst, and falling behind means you can't really land that burst. And like you have that stun, of course, but it's just not really there for you. It's not really coming together, and the early game components has completely fallen behind. And we're just sort of hoping, for SBTC, that Slater can get something going. Just trying to build that wit's end together, because he is terrified of that Silas getting on top of him.
As he should be.
But it doesn't. But then you're just getting slapped from 500 screens away by a Varus, who is 6-1, and he is pumping out a ton of arrows with this Duskblade, going for the quantity over quality on these arrows.
But he is farming up. Has got
still half health Palette instantly.
Yeah, I mean he's got 3 items as well, so can't really complain. They are going to push in, take another tower. The lead is only growing, Marby. And what's the hope for SBTC?
You have a level 12 Kassadin who has 6 stacks left to go on his roller. He is going to have to complete his tier. Once he gets those stacks, that'll bring him up another level, but that Baron is going down very quickly and there is no response, so I don't even know. This is not going to happen very long. It feels like Team Secret might even win in the next 5 minutes and just... Sorry, dear, you don't get a fully stacked rower, I suppose, in that case.
I mean, it honestly wouldn't surprise me. And to be perfectly honest, even a fully stacked rower, I don't think changes very much. I mean, Kassadin can work miracles, but I think it takes more than that. I think this takes
it gets him that extra level. That's the thing.
Wow.
Which gets him to 16, hopefully, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, look, the Keck W timer is a very, very powerful thing, but I don't think they can get out of the hole that they're in, even with that level 16 Kassadin. Just because they just have no bright spots. Even Enper has fallen massively behind. He's 40 CS down. Okay, he's got those 2 kills, but he's still behind on items up against Hero. He can't really be a split push menace. I just don't really see a bright spot, and I think we're getting up a 3-game series.
Yeah, it definitely seems that way. It's just so hard for them to defend, especially against Baron now, because they don't really have great wave clear. They kind of need face call traded. They kind of need at least a Runons to try and supplement it, but they just don't have anything. They don't have life.
They don't. They're getting taken down. They do get a couple of kills on the back. That is some shutdowns as DNK dies to the minions. 3 for 2, but the health bars from Team Secret are just too big. Hero can't stop the Crocodile. Riposta by a moment of life, but not enough. Hero will take that one down. That's going to be 2 lanes broken open. Over a 10,000 gold lead at 22 minutes. And if you thought game 1 was an absolute stomp, well, you've just been introduced to the second boot.
Yeah, this has just been absolute dominance. I'm gonna say it. We're here to watch and see if Team Secret can beat the roller clock. That's what I'm here for. So far, they've got 3 or 2.5 minutes left. Can you do it? You've got 2 inhibitors open. You're resetting. You don't need that dragon. It doesn't matter. It doesn't even help that much. It's just a chem tag. Come on, straight back, kill them, and go for the clock. I believe in you, fellas. Come on, I believe.
Let's have a look at this replay of the fight in the base. Paulette did his absolute best. He does a hell of a lot of damage onto Zhuhao and kills him, but
yeah, just drops it all onto Zhuhao. But unfortunately, Zhuhao doesn't matter. Zhuhao's just a man, just a little Heimerdinger, and Silas goes a little bit too far and does die to the turret essentially, but. You end up winning the 4v4, you end up winning the 1v1, you pick up the 2 towers, and that timed out your Baron extremely well. Now you've got Sol, now you've got all the opportunities to just walk it straight down the mid lane. They've been poking up towards the top lane to try and find any farm, but it's just not coming together. Still level 14 on Dia, 2 more to go, the roller clock is ticking, that'll give him 1. That's not gonna matter. You know, they're just trying to play a textbook, which is fine, but I'm upset because I wanted to do the funny narrative.
I mean, it just doesn't feel necessary. I do know what I do know where you're coming from. They're just gonna do it by the book. They're gonna take their time, and they're gonna get a catch as Paulette does go down. The Maokai ult might buy them something. It actually does get them a shutdown. So SBTC currently pretty happy if they can disengage. But look at their health bars. They now have to back off, and they probably lose this tower.
Yep, absolutely. Just, as I said, they don't have wave clear. They have a Kassadin E every few seconds, but he's not really fully powered yet. They don't have a Runons on their AD carry, who is really short range. It's just not coming together, and yeah, just unlucky. It's just they can't do anything. Their composition fell too far behind and didn't really have enough tools for comeback potential. Just wait.
It doesn't really feel like there's anything they can do. I think we are kind of just having some fun, having a chat while Team Secret just locks in a win.
R.I.P. the roller timer. It made it to 10. It did, but hey, that means apparently.
He's level 16. He's got a level 16 Kassadin. He's got 2 items. Let's go.
Oh no, that's percentage 216. I see. It's all a lie. He's still level 15, which means Team Secret need to fight right now. I mean, even with the 16, I think they still win. There it is. There's the 16 right now.
Of course they do. Of course they do.
Don't
be
you
silly.
know, now's the
Marty.
chance for D1
They've
to
got
do
two
the
towers.
KW
They've got a
funny
level
things.
16 Cassidy. They've got a Maokai ult that catches on two. Can D1 get anything done? He goes in with a little bit of poke. He goes back out. And he's going back in. He's going back out. He's on to Hero. They are doing a lot of damage, but the towers are beginning to fall. 1 down, 2 down. They might be winning this fight, Marminogi. As Enpa moving forward with D1. Penguin in some trouble. Enpa's fallen down. Look at the spears built up as Team Secret are actually losing the fight.
It's Castle win, baby!
And it's a comeback ace from 10k goal behind.
Castle win! I can't believe it actually happened. But again, their wave clear is low. They have to clear these 3 minion waves. They're leaving it to Paulette and Dio while they try and 2-man the Baron. This is it. This is the ultimate PvE League of Legends. We haven't seen this since... This takes me back to Season 5. Froggen Azir versus the Supers. It's the sequel. And they're gonna pick up this Baron, but they might lose it immediately on these two. Hold on, Hero has to be careful. Slater's dead.
Slater hopping away. There is
Why
a
are we
TP
teleporting in?
coming in. Slater's still alive, doing as much damage as he can. It's D1. He can absolutely fight here. He's incredibly strong. Trying to get those rift walks down. Needs to find one more. Flashes away. Buys himself some space. Goes over the wall. Artifact can't hit the chains. The game is continuing, Marby.
This is insane. They have Baron now. They can recall. They still have to contend with minions. Inhibitors are respawning. 2 have respawned. There's 1 left. Now, but Team Secret just need to hit the Nexus. They can bypass these inhibitors. They're going to take it down, of course, because why not? It's free, it's easy. Here comes the advance.
Yeah, but look, once again,
Oh,
D1, the Keck W timer was real, Barbie. They can't get the ultimate. He's going in. It's Cassidy, baby. D1 triple kill. He does not want a game 3. He's bored and wants to go home.
It's 3,000 gold the difference now, but that doesn't matter. They've got towers to take. They haven't taken a single one yet this game, so I was all alone.
This
time
is
only 20
insane.
seconds.
Marby, this would possibly be the biggest comeback I have ever seen, and it's on the back of that man in the mid lane, D1. Funnily enough, Marby, he's wearing our server's skin. So I think we get some credit.
Yeah, absolutely. I never doubted him. I never doubted the Keck W. Just engages on here, and we're finding so much CC, and it's just letting Dia just pop off. They have so much damage now. Emperor's even contributing. I want to see the damage graphs. I need to see this Cassidon's damage. I need to see his items. I want to know how this man is working. Zhonya's is just completed. Now he's even going to be harder to stop. Elder in 20 seconds. Can they do it?
A little bit wild, Marby. Suddenly, we have a game on our hands. Now, this is hard for SE because they need to go to Elder, obviously. It's in 6 seconds. But they have to be scared of anyone just running to the base. The fight's coming in, though. They get on top of him. Can they take him down? That's going to be absolutely massive if they can. No, Enpa managing to get out. And now the fight is on. Well, and truly, they picked up the first kill. They picked up the second. The Rift walk forward. He's going on in. He gets a big chunk onto Artifact. The Silas goes down. Traded for just an Addy. But no one cares about a little girl. Triple kill now, and it's only Eddie left alive.
It's only Eddie. It's only Eddie. They can try and push, but they can go back and pick up Elder. The Baron buff is there to let Dio reset. The gold is even. The gold is back to even. They're actually ahead by 500 gold. It doesn't mean a thing.
Oh my word, Barbie. Oh, well, I've lost count of how many kills D1 has, but it has to be in the double digits by now. This man was asleep, and then he woke up and shot lasers out of his eyes. They have an Elder Dragon, Marby.
They have an Elder. Enpa's moving up. He wants the Grump. I can't believe it. This is not allowed to happen. And this looked like it could have worked for Team Secret. They get the CC onto Dia, but the follow-up doesn't come through from the carries. It's just Hero. They can't get it done. And Emperor, they turned onto Emperor, and he just walks away. Everything.
And look at this. And then once the tide turns, there's just no one that can stop Dia1. They don't have that point-and-click CC to lock a Kassadin down, and look at him go, carving through them.
Absolute menace. He's fully stacked. He's fully leveled. Please show us the scoreboard. I need to know how much damage this man is going to be putting out. Where's his Rabadons? What's his Void Staff situation? Oh, they still have so much standing gold on the map because they haven't broken the base. They've barely taken towers. And Team Secret, they're not going to want to fight. There's an Elder buff. Even if Kassadin wasn't absolutely terrifying, they'd be terrifying because it's an Elder.
You can't fight into that, really.
Needs to walk at them.
They're just going to bear down on them. Dia1 is in the bot lane.
That's a 1v5! That's a 1v5! Nobody else did anything!
That is ridiculous. Dia1 is in the bot lane. They are still using him as this side lane threat. Of course, absolutely no one can even go near him.
Baron's in a minute. They're just going to try and get as much gold onto people as they can. Eddie's still the gold leader in the game, but Dia rapidly approaching. The last time we saw that gold graph, Dia was at the bottom, only ahead of supports.
This game is on such a knife's edge, though, because one mistake from SE and Team Secret will just run down mid. They've only got a knockdown and inhib and the Nexus himself.
Yeah,
Barbie.
absolutely. But
is this one of the biggest comebacks ever? I think it's got to be up there.
In recent history, it's up there. The only one that comes to my mind is Strictly Bigger is way back in season 2. Oh, good lord. And Dia working on the side lanes. Teleports are available, so they feel comfortable committing the 2. But they can't shove the waves fast enough, so they're relying on the Barons to siege.
This is certainly something. VCS always delivering as Baron is on the cards. He's in his pit. He's ready to go. Artifact steals a Maokai ult, probably the best one he could get. But that man on your screen, Dia1, he is everything right now. He is the protagonist. He is the alpha. He is the omega.
Yeah, and they just... Slater, they're trying to bait them in. They're like, come on, I'm juicy. I'm a juicy Callista. Come fight me. He's even got the GA to just sort of be that bait. Make sure that if he dies in the early stages, he can come right back into it because their attention is going to have to be focused on Dia. And if Emperor, honestly, if Emperor can just keep Hero pinned to this lane, that frees up Dia so much because that's the point and click.
Yep, 100%. 110%. This is going to go down really quickly. I don't think Penguin can get here in time. I think this is just Baron.
Okay.
Teleport being used. A lot of Ren stacks coming up. Dia1 lurking on the side. There's the stolen Maokai ult. They secure the Baron. Team Secret, no chance to reply. And look at Enpa lurking in the back. Is anyone going to take the wrong path out? Only Penguin, who's not going to be someone he can one-shot.
Another Baron. This helps them out a lot because they really lack siege potential. They do not have a lot of range on them at all, do SBTC, so just gonna need to get these waves to click. Paulette could auto attack, but you know, he also takes half his health from every arrow Eddie shoots out. Okay, collapsing, trying to play these waves, trying to play these multiple lanes at once. Team Secret doesn't really want to fight them.
Enpa just slides over, does a lot of damage. Late game Fiora hitting one vital. That's all you need sometimes.
Alright. Elder in 50. That's gonna be the next fight. That's gotta be the next fight. Surely Team Secret don't just give that up and play for the turtle. I mean, they've been turtling pretty well when they've been alive, but the gold means nothing. Everyone's
gold
getting
is
close to full
irrelevant.
build. I want to see exactly how full build everybody is, but
yeah, I mean, 4K gold
Come
at 35
on.
minutes is irrelevant anyway. Like,
Yeah.
it's such a small percentage.
thank you. Rabadon is
yeah.
still a potential for Dia, so he can just.
He
still
actually
get
hasn't hit
stronger.
double-digit kills.
There we
No,
go.
I did miss him.
There we go. He picks it up now.
Oh my word.
So full build for everyone except the supports and junglers. The top
Emperor
laners are missing out a bit.
just walks away.
Walks
Catches
away.
the pressure.
Oh,
throws
no!
it back. Oh,
Who's dead? Who's caught?
this is bad. Hero has been caught. They go on in. A lot of damage being dealt onto Emperor. The Crocodile does go down. Tier 1 lurking. Doesn't pull the trigger just yet, Marby, because guess what's on the map? It's 4v5 and there's an Elder.
It's 4v5, there's an Elder, but the health lead is still to Team Secret. Emperor, Slater, and Paulette were all very low. Slater has GA. He's doing okay. Emperor, I do not think he does. I don't remember. It's been so long. It's Sonya's. Did they catch him? No.
No, doesn't quite get him. He is
Penguin,
chunked
penguin,
a little
penguin.
bit. He goes
No!
over! And as soon as the Elder is secured, he blows someone up. Penguin next on the chopping block. It'll be Emperor that picks him up. And a teleport away is all Artifact can do. Only two members left alive. SE from 13 or 14,000 gold behind. We said the game was over. I said the words, a miracle won't be enough. It turns out all they needed was Dia intervention. As the inhibitor tower falls, the inhibitor follows it swiftly. Eventually, it will.
Eventually.
Now it does.
Alright, and now Dia's wrapping the mid wave. That's gonna crash soon. They want to get these inhibitors. Oh my god. I'm waiting for the one mistake, because it's not just 13k down they came back from. It's exposed Nexus. 0 towers left, 11 fully taken. 3 inhibitors down as well they came back from. This is just insane. This was the catch on a hero. They had to kill him twice, but they managed. They also saved Paulette as well, which meant they could send Tibbers just to just be a nuisance and delay them, which gave the time to burst down this dragon. Look at this Tibbers. This bear just wouldn't die. He just took a little long, and then they're so scared of Dia. They thought they had the catch, but they didn't. And with him out, with Dragon, Su Hao, he's on half health. Boom,
And then
dead.
bang.
Instantly gone. Just
absolute. My word. Just hit by a train. Like, just stops existing.
Yeah, absolutely just got turned into a mist, to a fine powder.
And
good
another siege beginning. You wouldn't. But if I sent someone a screenshot of this game without the gold graph or anything like that, just like the situation of the map, and said, how many towers do you think SE have left up? No one on Earth is saying 0. But there is a catch coming in with the Elder buff once again. Roars. They go in, they found the CC combo. 3 are down. It's only Artifact and Eddie once again left alive against the Roosters as they push in. The towers are falling, and can you believe it, Marby? Can you believe it? We've actually got a 2-0 in favor of SBTC. Dia 1 decides to win. He took the early game slow, but then as soon as the Keck W timer was over, it was over for Team Secret, and SBTC complete